In the ancient land of Nod, where whispers of forgotten truths danced with the shadows, Samuel, a Nephilim and son of Hadriel, stumbled upon a hidden entrance. It was a day like any other, the sun casting long shadows as Samuel roamed the outskirts of his village. Curiosity had always been his companion, fueled by the celestial blood that coursed through his veins. As he ventured deeper into the hidden passage, Samuel felt a strange pull, as if fate itself beckoned him forward. The air grew colder, carrying whispers of long-forgotten secrets and the faint scent of decay. Ignoring the warnings that echoed in his mind, Samuel pressed on, his footsteps echoing in the narrow corridor. The passage twisted and turned, leading Samuel into a labyrinthine maze of ancient stone. With each step, he felt the weight of centuries pressing down upon him, a tangible presence in the air. It was then that he heard it, a low, rumbling growl that sent a chill down his spine. Turning a corner, Samuel stumbled into a vast chamber bathed in eerie light. At its center stood an old man, a figure cloaked in tattered robes, his gaze piercing through the darkness. Before Samuel could react, the old man spoke, his voice a haunting melody that echoed in the chamber. "Welcome, young traveler, to the realm of forgotten knowledge," the creature intoned, his voice carrying the weight of ages. Samuel's heart raced as he realized the gravity of his situation. He had stumbled upon an anomaly, something beyond mortal comprehension. But before he could retreat, the rotting corpse of a creature gestured, and the chamber's entrance sealed shut, trapping Samuel inside. Panic gripped Samuel as he searched for an escape, but the labyrinth seemed to shift and twist, its passages leading him deeper into the heart of darkness. It was then that he saw it, a black pool. Driven by curiosity and desperation, Samuel reached for the puddle, his fingers trembling as they made contact with the goo. In that moment, he felt a surge of knowledge flood his mind, details of future containment procedures and containment breaches flashing before his eyes. But as quickly as the information came, it faded, leaving Samuel gasping for breath. He staggered backward, clutching his chest, unaware of the price he had just paid. It was then that he felt a searing pain in his left eye, as if 1,000 needles pierced his flesh. Laughter filled the chamber, mocking Samuel's unwitting trespass into the realm of forbidden knowledge. "You sought truth, young seeker, and truth you have found," the old man crooned, his voice dripping with malice. With a final burst of willpower, Samuel wrenched himself free from the chamber floor, his mind reeling from the revelations he had glimpsed. He felt as though he ran for days. When he saw a light down a hallway, he sprinted to freedom. As he stumbled into the light of day, he realized the cost of his curiosity, a lost eye, a scar that would forever remind him of his encounter with the anomaly, the goo burning deep into his socket. But despite the pain and the darkness that now clouded his vision, Samuel knew that he had survived where others had perished. The secrets of the Foundation were his to ponder, a burden and a gift intertwined, shaping the course of his destiny for years to come. As he stood, he reached into his eye socket and pulled his hand away. Black goo sizzled on his fingers, burning them. He paused. What the fuck is the Foundation? The slow process in his mind, finally registering what he saw. He felt a sudden pain in his cheekbone. Something had hit him in his new blind spot. "Who has the balls?" Hadriel roared, spinning around. "Hello, brother. You so easily forget me." Samuel's sole eye rested on his transformed brother. Asmodeus stood before him with his heading axe. "Do you know what my nickname is?" "Nope." Samuel turned, running. "What?" Asmodeus gave chase. "You can't just run away." Samuel reached his arm out, grasping the tree, spinning around it, planting a foot in the King of Demons' face. "Your nickname is Kicked." The kick sent him flying. As Asmodeus's feet left the ground, he grabbed Samuel's foot, using the momentum to slam him into the ground, breaking the ground apart. "Little brother. You can call me the Nephilim Hunter." He picked his little brother's head by his hair. The Nephilim let out a laugh. "You call that a nickname? You sold out to Satan. Full force." Asmodeus slams the Nephilim's head back in the ground. "Fine, I will tell you." Asmodeus pulled his head up. What do you mean? There are Nephilim hiding in the cave. Asmodeus let out a laugh. I am going to bring each one out, one by one, and kill them in front of you. He walked to where his axe had fallen, and planted it in Samuel's arm. Stay, Asmodeus laughed, as he walked into the cave. There was a single scream and Samuel smiled. He forced himself up, leaving his arm. He stood and leaned against a tree. He held the stump where his arm was. He took a few more steps before succumbing to blood loss. He felt cold as his vision began to darken. He was jolted awake by a sharp pain. You think you're funny? A pain growl came from behind. He felt a sharp pain again before being forcefully rolled over. Asmodeus stomped hard on Samuel's foot. Asmodeus looked gravely injured. His ribs were showing and half his face was burnt. Samuel let out a scream. Asmodeus growled. His eyes filled with a burning hatred. You almost got me killed. Samuel sat silently in shock. That creature may be invincible, but it's stuck. Asmodeus looked back. He grabbed Samuel's foot. He is stuck in the cave. He raised his axe and swung. It carved through Samuel's leg. He stomped hard the remaining hand. He grabbed Samuel by his hair and started to drag him. You are gonna get to know our moot. Samuel pulled the knife from his waist and stabbed the demon 13 or 14 times. Asmodeus fell to his knees. Samuel stabbed his way up Asmodeus's back. When he got to Asmodeus's neck, he planted the blade in, twisting. For our brothers, the ones you murdered. He pulled the knife out and drove it into the top of the king's head. Samuel collapsed, vision fading. At least I will rest. He closed his eyes, slipping into a dark slumber. Samuel, son of Hadriel, only took the first step in his journey. Samuel will return in Half-Breed. Check with your local Void's Light Fellowship chapter for local listings. Praise be the Void, Father of monsters.